They removed the balloon, which for whatever reason they had to take a pair of scissors up into my cervix and cut it out. Then they broke my water. Again, no meds, nothing at this point. They broke my water with a crochet hook vibe, but I was only 2 centimeters at this point. So they took me into labor and delivery and hooked me up to Pitocin. Oh, I forgot to mention that the night before this happened, I did have food poisoning, and I had food poisoning all throughout this entire experience. Okay, so I mentioned to my midwife, and by the way, all my midwives, everybody was wonderful, but I mentioned to her that I am not feeling great, and I think my absolute least favorite part of this birth was the fact that they take your temperature the old-fashioned way, and I'm so sorry, but I don't think that's necessary. But no fever, it's a good old-fashioned case of food poisoning while giving birth. They gave me Pitocin and things really started rolling, and then I was able to get my epidural, so I was like, yes, I'm gonna rest. About an hour later, I'm like, this epidural isn't working anymore, I must be ready to push. They check me, I'm at a 5, and I'm like, no, we're gonna need to redo this epidural. One thing about me is that I can be in the most excruciating pain of life, and inside I'm not handling it well. I'm not trying to act like I'm so tough, but like on the outside I'm like, I'm in the worst pain that I've ever been in. I'm not freaking out externally, it's all happening internally. So they're just like, oh, I think everything's fine, it's all good. I just like fully go inward at this point. The epidural is not working at all. They give me nitrous, which I didn't do so much either for me, but I was just like, hey, it's free, let's keep this going. About an hour after I was at a 5, I start like shaking, which means I know that I'm in transition. So I asked them to check me again, and they said that I was ready to push. So that was a lot in 1 hour. And I'm just like, okay, here we go. I'm gonna just go ahead and deliver this baby with a non-working epidural. And that was honestly fine. But since she was so small, I had to push really hard to get her out. She was born sunny side up with her eyes open and her hand by her face. I literally like looked down and was like, oh my gosh. She was so small. I literally like held her like this, pulled her up onto my chest. She was perfectly healthy. I was able to go home like 4 hours later. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.